Hi guys, welcome to episode 25. No, episode 26 of Taylor Training TV. Your unbiased, research-based source of everything to do with health and fitness, where we don't try to hawk products at you, we just try to give you real-life information, based on science and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do we have an action-packed episode today?
We do.
Okay.
We do, for sure.
I don't really want to talk about anything yet. I just wanted to just sit and hang out. You guys, winter came back, so by the time you watch this, Snowmageddon might have ended, but I'm wearing my hat anyway. I love this hat. And yes, everything that I own and my wife owns is pretty much themed with our teal color.
As it should be.
Excellent. What are we talking about today, Janine?
Well, we are starting with two questions that you got me to add in during episode 25 for this episode. So, what are the best exercises for shoulder pain is the first one.
Sometimes you're not going to like my answers to the questions that I give you.
Okay, awesome.
But this is good. So if you got shoulder pain, people always ask this question, what are the best exercises? I have no idea. I have zero idea because I don't know what's wrong with your shoulder, right? But it is a good question because people will ask this and all of your friends or someone will say, oh, well, do this and do this and do this, but they don't actually know what's wrong with your shoulder. So your shoulder's probably one of the most, if not the most complicated joint in your entire body, right? It can move in a full circle, it can flex, it can extend, it can adduct, it can abduct, it can do everything. I don't think there's any other joints in the body that can do that. Can't think of a single one. The price that we pay for that kind of mobility is a lot of potential for injury and pain, right? So you've got, people call it the rotator cuff. Rotator cuff's actually four muscles. Your infraspinatus, your supraspinatus, your teres minor, and your subscapularis. You don't have to memorize that. I do. You could have an injury in one of those. Each one of those muscles works in a different way. So you have different exercises for any one of those problems. Your lats and your rhomboids have to keep your shoulder stabilized. So if your shoulder's in pain, you could have problems there. Lots of times postural issues will display themselves as shoulder pain. Sometimes hip problems will actually display as shoulder pain. So if you have shoulder pain, what exercises can you do? You can't. You have to figure out what's wrong first, and then you can figure out how to rehab. And it might be surgery, it might be exercises, it might be movement-based. You might have to get more flexibility. Yeah, sometimes if you have shoulder pain, you might need more flexibility. Sometimes you might need less flexibility. So it's really, that's an unanswerable question. Did I say add that question? Trashed my own question.
Very good.
Now, if you do have shoulder pain, see someone about it. Like, don't just ignore it. That's a big mistake that people make. You just had shoulder surgery.
I did.
How long ago was that? That was a few months ago.
It was 6 months ago.
And now you're doing handstands.
Yeah,
Don't tell your surgeon that. This hat is so hot that I could potentially die of sweat. I'm gonna have to take off my slippers.
I was gonna say you could take your shirt off and just do a shirtless episode.
I don't know if Facebook's ready for that. What's next, Jeebus?
Why don't you like the term strength training?
This is a good question. Strength training. Strength training, it has a terrible connotation, right? So we all say, actually, did you put in the thing, the strength training? The last episode, we talked about the physiotherapist that told someone to just do cardio. Was that Taylor Training? I think it was Taylor Training. The last episode we said, the physiotherapist said someone just do cardio when you're injured, don't do strength training. But that doesn't mean anything, right? So it's the same thing. If you're going to use the term strength training, like what does that mean? The problem is that we have this weird connotation that strength training means lifting weights with dumbbells. It doesn't necessarily, dumbbells and barbells aren't the only way to gain strength. You could hike up a mountain and do rock climbing. That's just your body weight, and you can get super strong from that. So I don't like the term strength training, not because I don't like people getting stronger, but because strength can be built so many different ways. To get your body stronger, you can pick up your kids, carry your grocery bags, rock climb up trees. A lot of dangerous activities that I'm mentioning right now. So that's why I don't like the term strength training. It's because it doesn't mean anything. And for too many people, it means a bad thing that they have to go lift weights. And so people shy away from getting stronger. And you need to get stronger. Being strong is the greatest gift you can give yourself It is. It's just the greatest gift. You need to be strong. So when you're 70, you can still go to the bathroom by yourself. You can still travel places. You can still do things. Strength needs to stop being this thing that we get scared of at the gym. Yes, be strong, right?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to get interviewed today? It's one of our awesome members who didn't used to like Hard Rock, but now on Hard Rock Thursdays, loves it. Loves it. That answered that, right? That's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
it
go
did.
on.
So, on that note, what is the difference between cardio and not the term strength training, but strength training?
So what's the difference between cardio and strength is what you're getting at now? All right.
In training settings.
Right, so this is what everybody does. They do cardio day and they do strength day. And I don't know how, like it's been 16 years since I started training. And still we can't get this thing out of people's head that there's cardio and strength. I don't understand why we separate these things out. There is nothing you do in your life that you want your cardiovascular system to work separately from your muscular system. They need to work together. Anything that you do, play a sport, go for a hike, like water ski, pick things up, you need your heart and lungs to work with your muscular system, right? Why do we separate this out when we train? Well, I know why. Do you want me to go into a history lesson? I will just a little bit. Bodybuilders in the 60s and 70s started to figure out how to get leaner and leaner and leaner. And they created the separation between cardio and strength training. So you do your strength day and your cardio day. The idea was to preserve lean muscle tissue. What we know as science now is you don't have, like I keep seeing these flaps in my vision is freaking me out. We know now that it's just not the case the way that they used to do things. So you don't have to do these long hours of cardio for your heart and lungs. In fact, all of the research for the last 10 years says the same thing. Short duration, high intensity exercise with a lot of resistance is far better for your heart and lungs. Right now, doctors and most of the medical profession are so far behind in the research that they're still telling you, go do cardio, go for a jog for your heart and lungs. It's the worst thing you do for your heart and lungs. Long duration cardio activity decreases cardiac performance. Short duration, high intensity activity increases cardiac performance. So this whole like strength versus cardio, we got to stop doing that, right? So a lot of you guys might have a trainer or follow people online. Do your strength day, do your cardio day. How many of you have 20 hours a week to dedicate to fitness? Right? Like if you got 20 hours a week to dedicate to fitness, like the people that you're following online do, sure, go for it. Like separate it out. And if it doesn't bore you to tears, but you don't need to. And we got to get rid of the separation because they need to work together. And when you do a good training program, you should be getting stronger, your heart and lungs should be working better, and you should be feeling better all together in one magical moment of your fitness dreams coming true.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That's lovely.
All right. Oh, I feel good about that. I feel good about that answer. All right, what are we talking about next?
Can you reduce fat in one area?
Oh, can you spot reduce body fat?
Yes.
Yes. How? People want to know how, right? Mm-hmm. Liposuction and plastic surgery. If you want all the fat gone from just your stomach, you can get the liposuction done and you can get it cut off by plastic surgeons.
Get the liposuction.
Yep. Now, if you want from your exercise program to lose body fat from a specific place, no, you cannot do that. It is genetically predetermined how the body fat is coming off of you. There's nothing you can do about it. So if you start losing body fat and you're like, oh, my legs are getting leaner, but my stomach's not where I want it, don't just start doing lots of crunches and sit-ups. It's not gonna do anything. Don't buy all those products. The topical products you put on like heats you up and mobilizes the fat under your skin. It's all, I'm not allowed to swear. Last episode I had to bleep me out. I did it. Wait till you see it. You're gonna love it. It's genetically predetermined, so you can't unless you go the surgical route, which I don't recommend. But that's the way to do it. Nailed it.
Cool.
Anything else?
One more thing.
Man, you keep me busy on these shows. It's like never ending.
On that note, what's your favorite metabolic exercise that we're talking about, strength training and cardiovascular work?
So if you want someone to get stronger and to get cardio, Sam's
and
not
get
here
cardio,
right now.
yeah.
the greatest trait, if you want one exercise that'll get you stronger and blast your cardio and is safe and extremely effective, totally cheap, jump rope.
Nice.
Check out this guy. It's Buddy Lee. Jump rope. That is the number one thing to do. You can get a great jump rope for $10. It's pretty easy to learn. Go to a schoolyard. Don't do it creepily. Like, make sure you have permission to go to the schoolyard. Learn from the children how to jump rope. No, also, it's not skipping. It's jump rope. Very different. And then practice different skills. Power jumps are great for strength. Cardio goes through the roof. Coordination, balance, mobility. Everything gets done with jump rope. Awesome. If you can't jump rope, you need to get strong enough to jump rope. Like, it's also a great test of, are you fit enough for your life? Right? Like, are you fit enough for your life? If you can't jump rope, I hear a jump rope behind me right now. That's like, if you're not fit enough to jump rope, are you fit enough to be like walking around, right? I argue no, right? And then people start saying, oh, my feet are bad and I've got orthotics and all these other things. Well, then these are things you've got to fix. Like, it's a great, let's do a whole video on that.
Okay.
Jump rope as a test and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So that's did that answer that question?
It did, it sure did.
If you want more, or if you have a favorite thing that you love for that combines strength and cardio, I would love to hear it, because we're also always open for learning new things, I think.
I think so too.
That's all our topics?
Yeah, that's
We nailed it.
Yeah.
I love our new show.
Me too.
So you pretty much can't get fired now. All right, guys, that was episode 25 of Taylor Training TV. If you've got questions, please send them our way. And honestly, if you've got things that you love doing, send them to us. We will look at it, analyze it for you, maybe throw programs. We're here for you, and we're not trying to sell you anything, except maybe to come see us. But if you don't want to, that's okay too. We just want to cut through all the garbage that's out there. There's so much garbage in the fitness industry and misinformation and crap. We're cutting it out. That was episode 26. God, it was episode 26 of Taylor Training TV. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you next time, where we'll try to give you more information to help make your fitness dreams come true.
Bye.